The message we're sending is real simple. Historic places and names are not for sale here in California. Concessions business are not going to include these historic places and names specifically as part of their business model here in California. I was born and raised. I represent Merced, California, the gateway to Yosemite, and our family cabin is just outside of Yosemite National Park. Growing up, Yosemite was a big part of our family history and culture. I had an uncle who was a park ranger for decades. My cousins grew up spending their summers in Yosemite National Park. And so these places and these names have significance not just to my family, but to many families throughout the Central Valley, throughout California, and throughout the country.
I've been a park enthusiast my entire life, and I was so shocked to hear that a concessionaire wanted to own the names of places that I've enjoyed throughout my life. And any park is a public resource, and I feel that a concessionaire should not be in the business of basically taking state or public property and charging a public agency to retain its iconic name. We have 87 state park cooperating associations like ours, and one of our jobs is to protect natural and cultural resources for the state parks we're dedicated to. And I think I represent most people in the entire state when I say that a name like the Ahwahnee Hotel or Curry Village belongs to the people and not to a corporation.
And what we're doing here today is not just about changing California law, but about setting a tone and a direction for the country. As an executive board member of the National Conference of State Legislatures, Mr. Cooley, Mr. Bigelow, the other co-authors, myself, are going to take this effort to that organization and many others to encourage other states to adopt similar action. We are going to hopefully start a national movement here to make sure that this message is not just heard here in California, but is heard throughout the country. So again, I want to thank Mr. Cooley for his exceptional creativity and advocacy on this important issue. And I want to thank all of my colleagues for joining together and sending again an important message. These names, these places are not for sale here in California, and they shouldn't be in any state or frankly national park throughout the country.